Okay, today is the day 12 of eating on the starch solution. I started out the day with some delicious oatmeal banana pancakes with applesauce. Really good. Nice and fluffy. I've really gotten down the cooking of them. I do have to use a little ghee on my nonstick pan because it sticks. It's not nonstick. And but it was very tasty. And then later in the morning, I made up my nice, after a meeting, I think I had a meeting. And then in the early afternoon, I made a nice Mexican dish with, rice and beans and corn and green and red peppers and tomatoes and yum, 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 very good spices, salsa, sriracha. And that was really tasty. And then I went to a funeral service at my friend's house. It was a Vedic celebration of life at my friend's house, who had kept the body after the woman passed. This is a friend of ours. And it was very beautifully done. It was just flowers and flowers and flowers, lots and lots of flowers, and just a lot of nice Vedic ceremony, and it was really well done. And I got home, and the reason I bring it up is because when I got home, I wanted a little, like what they call prasad, which is like a little sweet treat that you have after a Vedic ceremony. And I had half of a banana pancake sitting there wrapped up in plastic, and I took some ghee, which is oil. It's not starch solution. I put it on the pancake, and I had like a half with some strawberry jam, and then I had the other half. And it was a half of a pancake, so it was 2/4. But it was just, it seemed like the right thing to do. It's stirs up a lot of interesting qualities when you go to something that's that profound, the idea of life and death and somebody not being here anymore, going off, and it just seemed like it required a little indulgence on my part, so I did. And then I didn't have time today because of that. I had 2 different meetings and I wasn't able to do my yoga or my exercise. What was I doing today? I think the stomach today. But after I went to meditate, I really hit it hard at the gym on the resistance machines and then on the elliptical. I really hit it hard. And one of the reasons I hit it so hard on the elliptical is when I was in the resistance area with the weights and everything, it was crowded tonight, and this one particular machine, when I went in, there was a woman on there, and I said to myself, that's where I usually start. She'll be off, So I was about 15 minutes into my 20-minute routine, and she was still on there. And I looked over at her, and she was just laying there, laying on the machine. And I went over and I said, "Can I get on this machine now?" And she said, "I'm resting." I said, "Well, I want to exercise, so why don't you rest over there?" And she begrudgingly got off the leg machine. And like as I was exercising, she like stood like right next to me, like, "Oh, you just, what are you doing in my bed?" Oh, Lord. So when I got out of the resistance training area, I was kind of worked up, a little worked up. And so I was listening to music. I was listening to Chick Corea's Spain, done by Stevie Wonder, which is a great like 9-minute or 12-minute music. And it's very, like real rousing. And then I went and listened to Rocky, which I like to listen to Rocky. But I was sweating, and I was really, really into it. And then I did a sauna and a whirlpool, which evened everything out. And then when I came home tonight, I wanted to cook. I had these huge zucchinis. They're 18 inches and 6 inches around. Too big. But I found a recipe for zucchini boats. I call them zucchini canoes. And I'm making one for Gary with cheese, and then I'm making the starch solution with no cheese and tofu in one, and tomato sauce and red and green peppers, onions, garlic, spices, and but they take a long time to make, and in my stove I can only cook one at a time, and just was a big long process, and I had to go over to Walmart in the middle and get some more peppers, some more vegetable bouillon, and another couple onions, and so I'm going to continue making this zucchini dish tomorrow, because I just don't want to waste this produce. It's just like I'm growing it, and then the next step is to process it, so I'll have it for the future. And then I wrapped it all in aluminum foil, and they're all nicely tucked away in the freezer. And that's one zucchini, and I have another huge zucchini tomorrow. So that was tonight's endeavor, and I just had like a little part of the zucchini for my dinner, and it was not quite cooked enough. But basically, this is pre-cooking for freezing. The second one I cooked longer, so that looked like it was easier to cut. So I think it was cooked more thoroughly. So that's it for my day 12 wrap up. It was a good day. I pretty much stuck to my guns. I started out 127.2, which, I would have just been jumping for joy if I'd had that weight in the beginning. What did I start out? Probably the low 60s. And it was like, just a vision, just a dream. I remember when I got to 136 and broke 136, it was like, some kind of a marathon champion, milestone. So, if I'm hanging in around 127, that's good, and mostly now it's the exercise. Oh yeah, when I was at Walmart tonight and I was walking, I could really feel my muscles in my thighs engage, and that's been a real weak spot for me because they've been so fat that the muscles don't really engage. And that's my goal, is to get them toned so that when I, walk, it's like pistons, it's no resistance in terms of engagement. So that's my day 12 wrap up on my starch solution, portion control diet in July of 2022.